Hey, Viking fans, this is Keith Millard, and you are listening to the One Bar and Lupicus Show. Go Vikes!
All right, welcome to the One Bar and Lupicus Show. I'm One Bar with Lupicus, and we're going to be talking some offensive line. Riley Reef, Gonzo. We got some free agents on the offensive line, so we're going to go over some options that could possibly come to fruition, and we're going to want you to comment below which one you would pick out of these four beautiful options.
Yeah, for anybody who's been following One Bar on Twitter, he does this from time to time around the draft. He puts together these little graphics with what would you rather have options. So we thought it'd be kind of a cool idea to look at some different combinations, because the Vikings O-line is going to look much different in 2021. If Ezra Cleveland scoots over to left tackle, we have no guards right now. So who knows how it's going to all shake out. Maybe Brian O'Neill moves left tackle. A lot of different combinations. A lot of different ways this thing could end up looking by the time the season starts next year. So let's hop right into it.
Yeah, and the thinking behind this is just what we're hearing right now, what's going on with our salary cap, draft, everything like that. So there's not going to be like this super combo where we have Joe Thuney, Kevin Zeitler, Rashawn Slater, all that. So these are going to be realistic options. So let's just hop right into it. And option one, as you can see right here, we did go left tackle with the first overall pick because we got Christian Darrisaw from Virginia Tech. We hop in the free agency, grab Forrest Lamp from the Chargers for left guard, center Bradbury, Ezra Cleveland stays at right guard, and Brian O'Neill at right tackle.
A couple of things here that worry me about this combination. Number one, starting a rookie left tackle. I love Darrisaw's attitude. He said he loves knocking guys on their ass and then telling them while he's doing that how he's dominating them. So I love that. Love that fire. Forrest Lamp, there's a long backstory between the One Bar and Lupicus Show and Forrest Lamp. We loved Forrest Lamp coming out a couple years ago. Everybody loved Forrest Lamp. He hasn't quite put it all together. I think he's had some injuries. So a lot of question marks there. And then keeping Ezra Cleveland at right guard, that's a possibility. I don't know if it's going to happen. But how would I feel with this O-line moving forward in 2021? I got to be honest, not super excited about this combination.
Well, might not be super excited, but every one of these options we're going to throw out here are already above and beyond what we had last year. So we got to look at where we're at with our offensive line currently. All these are still better options. You're right. I mean, Forrest Lamp, he's going to be very interesting to see. He's going to be a guy that probably signs a one-year deal. Tore his ACL as a rookie, broke his fibula next year. Last year, he finally started 16 games. Reviews were mixed, so I don't think he's going to be overly highly priced, but he'll be one to watch. And Darrisaw, I'm not overly thrilled about taking an offensive lineman, a tackle in round one, but now we don't have Riley the Reef. Everything's on the table. And the rest of the line, I think it's decent. So that is option one. Let's go to option two. As you can see right here, Ezra Cleveland, we do end up bumping him out to left tackle. We draft Rashawn Slater as our starting left guard in round one. Bradbury, obviously the center. We go with the cheaper free agent route at the right guard, Michael Schofield, and then obviously Brian Neal at right tackle.
Yeah, that one to me is pretty damn tantalizing. You got Ezra Cleveland left tackle, Rashawn Slater, who, the Vikings in winter, they saw him close up in person at Northwestern's Pro Day. There's definitely interest there. And to me, he's the guy, if Cleveland fails at left tackle, you got your backup option on the team right now in Rashawn Slater. He shut down Chase Young as a junior. I think Rashawn Slater's a senior. But, dominated him. He really is. He dominated the number 2 overall pick last year. Right guard Schofield, I'm a fan of. He's already familiar in the zone blocking scheme that Kubiak installed in Denver, so I think he'd be a good fit. And then you got Brian O'Neill on the right side, who's one of the best right tackles in the NFL. So, to me, this is a much better option than that first one you threw out.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the shitty part of this one is Schofield. 30 years old, had a rough. He only started 3 games for the Panthers last year, gave up 4 sacks. Definitely not overly great, but where we're at right now, he'd be fine. I mean, I think he'd probably be pretty much similar to Dakota Dozier, which I hate to say, but I do like Rashawn Slater. I like that quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, if we're going to take an O lineman at 14, which I'm not a fan of doing still, Rashawn Slater would be the one guy I would be okay with.
All right. Third option, number 3. As you can see, we get a little crazy here. A lot of Orlando Brown chatter as far as he wants to get out. Vikings could have some intrigue there. And in this one, I'm not even going to say which one's starting left tackle, which one's starting right tackle. Orlando Brown, his big thing he wants to get traded is because he wants to play left tackle. So in this scenario, let's put Orlando Brown on the left tackle, and we keep Brian O'Neill at the right. We take Elijah Vera-Tucker out of USC at pick 14 in round 1. Garrett Bradbury at center, and Ezra Cleveland stays at guard.
Yeah, now I was watching some Orlando Brown clips today after those trade rumors are floating around, and he's a lot more athletic than you think. Yeah, I think Orlando Brown's a big lumbering power guy who doesn't move well, but watch him get down the field making blocks, get to the second level, pull around to the outside pretty damn quick. Yeah, him at left tackle wouldn't be so damn bad. You keep Brian O'Neill on the right side. Elijah Vera-Tucker, I'm not a fan, but I think he's a guy who comes in and he can get the job done. He's not going to dominate people, I don't think, from a physical standpoint. Not a lot of pancake blocks, but I do think he can come in and hold his own and do what he has to do to be very productive there. Ezra Cleveland at right guard. That's the big question. Is he still a guard? Is he a tackle? We don't know yet. Year 2 as a guard, you'd hope to see some progress. He's got a full off season to get better, to learn the scheme. Hopefully he has a full preseason to get in shape, get ready. So you'd hope for a little better performance out of Cleveland at right guard in year 2. And again, O'Neill on the right side. So to me, this is a pretty damn solid O-line for the Vikings.
Yeah, I mean, the shitty part here is we're going to have to give up some sort of draft capital, whether that's swapping first rounders and some additional picks for Orlando Brown. But Orlando Brown comes in, I mean, 6'8", 345 pounds. He gave up 3 sacks last year, and he's 24 years old. He's younger than Brian O'Neill and Garrett Bradbury. So
Combined.
He is a guy that is going to be there for the long haul. Ezra Cleveland at right guard, he's only going to get better. Elijah Vera-Tucker, he's looked at as a tackle or a guard. He's a guy that's going to come in and be a more dominant guard than he would be a tackle, but they always have that option to bump him out if they wanted to. So I don't like trading up or trading out and to get Orlando Brown, but you can't really get upset by looking at this offensive line.
Well, that's a good point you make. If we flip picks in round 1 with the Ravens and get Vera-Tucker down there at 27-ish range, something like that, that's a lot better than taking Vera-Tucker at 14. So to me, that would be okay. And who else knows how else that trade would shake out? But I don't know. We'll see. The Orlando Brown rumors, I'm not sure what to think of them at this point. Is it all scuttlebutt? Is there any fire to the smoke? I don't know, but
I think he's definitely out of Baltimore.
Oh yeah, I don't know if he's coming here though.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see what kind of draft or what kind of trade value he has, because he is only 24 years old and he's one of the best at least he's played right tackle for him. He's one of the best right tackles in the league. So we'll see. We'll see.
That's the other thing. I mean, the Vikings get nutty and try O'Neill on the left side and put Brown on the right. I don't know. I mean, a lot of ways.
Brown's made it very clear he wants out of Baltimore so he can play left tackle. We'll see.
Well, there is, Brian McKinney left here to go to Baltimore, so there is some pipeline there.
We'll trick them. All right, the final one, number 4 or 4th option. Remember, let us know down in the comments which option you would prefer. Ezra Cleveland stays at left tackle. Quinn Miners, the lovable offensive lineman, goes to left guard. Probably one of our 3rd round picks. Garrett Bradbury at center. We make a big splash in free agency and grab Kevin Zeitler, and then Brian O'Neill at the right tackle.
Yeah, I gotta be completely honest. This is the one I would go with. I thought about this long and hard today.
You just spoiled it.
What's the difference? We're talking about the last line, but here's the thing: you got Ezra Cleveland going to left tackle, which I think is going to happen. I gotta believe that's the plan moving forward. That's why they let Riley Reif go. They believe Ezra Cleveland can be the left tackle. Left guard Quinn Miners, who I love. I mean, not only just this guy's a character, he comes from like the Yukon, wherever the hell that is. I'm pretty sure he was the 3rd Neidhart brother from the Hart Foundation. This guy lifts logs. He's like something of a Rocky movie. I think he grew up like in some kind of logging camp. He's just nuts. Wears his freaking jersey under his tits. He don't care.
Titties.
To have a guard like Quinn Miners who has swagger. This guy went to Wisconsin Whitewater, went to the Senior Bowl and said, I don't give a shit. I'm just going to be myself. And you got to love that about that guy. So I'm a big Quinn Miners guy. Garrett Bradbury in the middle. Kevin Zeitler, a right guard, which I think is a real possibility. The Vikings showed interest a couple years ago when he was available. They have some money to spend. They could definitely make that work. Then O'Neal on the right side. To me, this is a dream O-line for the Vikings. The only fear for me to this to be a reality is if we can actually get Quinn Miners in round 3, because I have a feeling he might be gone by the time we make our first picks. Maybe you got to move up a little bit to get him. But this is a real sexy O-line if Cleveland can handle that left tackle spot.
Yeah, it's a sexy line. I mean, Zeitler is no spring chicken. He's a road grader. He's not coming. You look at his numbers from last year; they're not overly fantastic. I mean, I'm not going to get picky here. He would be. I would love to sign him, but it's just not more long term. So you got to look at that. It's just more probably 1-2 years. But Quinn Miners, nobody's going to say they don't want that guy. A team takes him in round 1, they're going to get excited about him. I'd like to give that big old belly a big old Zerby. So you already blew your load on this one. So you want the fourth option.
I thought about it in that one. Yeah, to me, and another bonus for that is we get to keep our 14th pick. Maybe go with the defensive option there. I like that a lot. Not a huge fan of spending that on the O-line. So that made it extra, tantalizing for me.
Yeah, this is a tough one for me. It's between 3 and 4. Even though I'm actually going to go with number 3, just with the fact that the Orlando Brown trade, we don't give up the farm and we still get some sort of first round pick. To have O'Neal, vera-tucker, Bradbury, Cleveland, and Brown, all 5 of these guys are 25 years old or younger. That's pretty damn exciting. You got an offensive line there for the next 2, 3, maybe even 4 years. And we're set. I mean, we really are set. And Zeitler, I love him, but I think it's just more short-term. We're going to be looking for another guard in 2 years. So I'm going 3.
Well, here's the thing. We have 12 picks this year. You're going to draft more than one guard. So you get vera-tucker round 1. Chances are you're taking another one round 3, round 4, somewhere in there. Maybe you get a Ben Cleveland. Maybe you get, someone like that where you can groom behind Zeitler for a year or 2. So you get that replacement already. So then you're double set at that point.
You know what the Vikings have proven they suck at over the years?
Drafting guards.
Which
is not a reason why I don't want to take one at 14.
That's the only reason I want him to take one at 14, because at least if we take him and he sucks, everybody would have whiffed on him. I mean, a vera-tucker or Rashawn Slater, they're supposed to be the real deal. We suck at taking 3rd, 4th, 5th round guards. We might as well just forfeit our pick.
It's not even guards, it's interior linemen. I mean, you can say that Garrett Bradbury is, definitely not lived up to expectations so far. So I looking at that, it's only 4 picks before that where he was taken. So I have no confidence in Rick Spielman and his staff of evaluating interior offensive linemen.
All right. Well, let us know in the comments down below which one you would pick. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Lapagis is going for 4. I'm going for 3. Regardless of which one you pick, it's still an upgrade.
Yeah. I think everyone is an upgrade except for that first option, but that's just me.
Really? I mean, Darius, Forrest Lamp, Bradbury, Ezra Cleveland, Brian Neal is not an upgrade.
The difference between Darius and Reef at left tackle,
Kyle Hinton, Garrett Bradbury, and Brian O'Neal.
The problem is the downgrade at left tackle. It's so big.
Boy, I don't know.
So big. That to me is a big issue. But here's another issue. Back in the 1940s, headaches really bothered a lot of people. So what they did, they marketed butt plugs as a remedy to cure them.
I got a headache.